family, if you read each text, I don't care which one you're in, I don't care which book you're reading, man speaks for man, man speaks for God, man also speaks for Satan. How the hell is that possible? How is that possible? How is that possible? Now I'm pretty sure you're asking me, you're looking at the screen right now like, yo, there's a question.
Crazy.
Word. Because I know if you go to ask, you go to ask with your leader, your imam, your rabbi, your pastor, or whatever, you ask this question, you're probably going to get kicked out, you know what I'm saying, your institution. I get it. So, again, belief puts us in fear not to question things. But again, once you start asking questions, you get answers, family. That's the purpose of a question, to seek the answer. How can you speak for all three entities?
Think about it.
How can you speak for all three entities?
Now, let's go to African spirituality. Now we're going to the African mindset. What if I told you, that text right there was actually speaking about you and your self-consciousness? Satan, as you would call, is actually your root chakra.
Your lower self.
Your lower self. You check out root chakra and unbalanced root chakra, look at all the symptoms, and you will see all the symptoms in religion, all the symptoms in society, all the symptoms that people do that is just wrong and demonic.
Mm-hmm.
All the symptoms. It's an unbalanced. Whether you're afraid, it's unbalanced. Whether you're not afraid but just angry and doing unjust things, it's unbalanced. And because people lack the knowledge of simple things like that, they run to churches, and what the church tell them, "Ha, brother, come here, have faith. Don't even do nothing. The guy in the sky he's gonna do it. But brother, can I have 10% of what you got? Just 10%. Church loves it.
Ain't no different in the mosque. The zakat ain't no different. I don't know the Hebrew word, but ain't no different.
It's all looking for money.
Since when does God need a bank account, yo?
Think about it.
And these monetary gain created by human hands. What?
What religion is basically coping with the slave mind at the same time. Why you pay for this shit? Thinking how we're living right now. Let's really think how we're living right now. We're living at homes. Yes, it's great. Then we also have electricity. Now, when we have electricity, we're charging electricity. Okay. We're charging electricity. Why can't we have it for free? Then you say, oh, it's about maintenance. But maintenance means the same workers that are working to maintenance it, the same workers that are paying for it. And not only they're working for the same thing they're using, it just bothers me. So let me get it straight. We're working, right? And what we're working for is to pay on how we're living. So how we're living is because we gotta work.
It's kind of weird to me.
It doesn't mind boggle you? It's just like, doesn't it sound weird? Like, I know y'all like, what the fuck?
Tell me about the whole concept of sin in your world.
is sin.
The whole fall of man, that whole thing. Cause that's
sin is an idea of fear.
Mm-hmm.
When you put the idea of fear in someone, they will start to doubt themselves.
Mm-hmm.
If I tell you that's a sin, God said that's a sin. I'm a man. I know God as well as you knew. We are the same people. We're equal. We have the same access to God. But I'm telling you that you can't live that way because that's a sin because I say so, because I think that God said that. Sin is a judgmental European idea.
Well, that's actually what it was created into. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but I believe sin was also a moon goddess, something like that, back in ancient times. Y'all can look it up. Just look it up. Look it up.
Yeah.
Look up the word sin. Spelled the
Sure.
same way. S-I-N. Look up sin in ancient times. I believe it's going to reference to like a goddess or something like that. So once again, they taking our shit and just flipping it again.
Fuck with it. There's no such thing as really sin, to be honest with you. What they call sin is basically fear.
The fear tactic.
That's what it is. Sin is fear. When they gave you that sin, when they came to Africa, and they came to the people over there, and they told them what they're doing was a sin, how can they tell the people they have no understanding of what they're doing? Their culture, their ideas tell them that that's a sin. Right? Then within the sin, they tell you, yo, you're going to burn in hell. When sin came into play, demonization went loose.
This is how, but watch this though, watch. This is how they actually got us to get that whole fear tactic though. Because they came in trying to hit us with the religion or whatever, right? This is my personal interpretation. The first couple Africans laughed at them. Like, what the hell is this?
Yep.
What is this? Then, they got tired of getting laughed at. This is when the rifles come out. So now, folks started getting bodied. We started dropping. Now, black folks are scared now. They got these weird weapons. It's magic. What the hell is this? So now it's a get down and lay down tactic. And we've been laying down ever since. Now watch this. When we talk about the concept of God, we're talking about energies. We're talking about invoking energies, correct? Correct.
Yes.
So with that being said, look at the way other people invoke these energies. Case in point, I'll give you a perfect example. The KKK. What are they famously known for saying? We are a Christian organization. They got flyers, pamphlets. Now they got on the pamphlet, the hood, and this, that, and the third.
Christian.
But they got a big old cross right on top of it to remind you that this is the energy that they're invoking. They're invoking the name of Jesus in their prayers before they go out riding on black folk.
The funny thing is, the cross is a symbol of death.
Getting back to this energy thing, though, is like, how does it work for them, for their gain? Again, we're talking about the same energy now. We're talking about the same entity. We're talking about Jesus here, right? They call upon Jesus. They pray to Jesus. It's that and the third, yada, 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 yada. Why does it seem to work in their benefit versus us, on the other hand, who are, one, given to it, two, go the hardest at the shit, three, pay the most damn tithes? We the most prayed up, tithes, Holy Ghost filled, fire baptized folk on the planet you ever seen. But yet, we still crying about a building fund. You feel what I'm saying? Meanwhile, the pastor riding around pimped out. That's another topic for another discussion. Mm-hmm. But nonetheless, we're heavily involved into these energies. We invoke these energies better than anybody else. You go to Philly right now. You go to Philly, or hell, even parts of Harlem right now. You see brothers in the kufis, they'll walk right up on you. Allah walk, blah, 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 hit you, all that good, all that genre. You think you talking to an Arab sometimes. Yep. You run up on the Hebrew, man, same thing. Same thing. You think he was born in Israel. You feel what I'm saying? So again, we're invoking these energies for so long. But yet, we still on the damn bottom. What is that about?
That brings a good question. That brings up a good idea. A good question, as you could say. Because I thought to myself, I said, the world has been gotten worse. It's been going down the drain. Think about it. The planet is dying. Society's getting worse. We're just in chaos. But yet, we still have religion that has been here for thousands of years, and nothing has changed. Yet you guys are still claiming these are the key to life?
Can't really say thousands. It's really 2,000.
Well, a few years,
right.
Few hundred years.
Fresh on the block.
A few hundred years. Well,
but you get the point, though, sir.
I kind of say they did have religion because they at one point during the year they lost their route and they started worshiping the spirits as gods. Because due to a lot of invasions from different cultures, they did start at one point. That's how.
Talking about the Kemet migration when it went west and south, as far as like, for example, the Yorubas and all that different things like that.
Like as the whole thing, basically, that's basically how it evolved.
But if you go back into it, but nonetheless, even when they migrated, you still saw that connection.
Yeah.
The Orishas were also different forms of what you call a Kemet nature. Orishas and nature are one and the same. So nonetheless, like I said, energy don't die. Energy transfers.
Just transfer.
So we went west, we went south. And unfortunately, that energy that went west, we got caught up by some white folk, by some Spaniard folk. And we ended up further west, where we are today.
Crazy.
It's simple math, family. I know it's a hard equation because we've been in a 500 plus years sleep coma or whatever. But when you open your eyes, the equation is really not that hard.
That's basically what it comes down to.
It's really not that hard.
That's why we have to break away from this European mindset. Because we will not understand what is going on to us, what has been done to us, what their plan is, and how they are using this tactics against us. They're using our own knowledge. Own knowledge. Crazy. That's you know what's so funny? Freemasonry.
Oh, shit.
Freemasonry.
Oh, shit.
When we talk about Freemasonry, black people are quick to say Illuminati. Europeans are quick to say it started in 1717. But what if I told you it was actually a form in Africa?
Look up stone masonry.
Actually a form in Africa. It began in Africa. The practice of secret society was not a European idea. And the secret society was not a concept of bringing together groups to control world. No. It was knowledge.
You know what the secret was? The secret was you had to be elevated in that knowledge, like you just said. You damn near was a priest. The stonemasons that built them pyramids, they were freaking mathematicians, scientists, chemists, etc., etc.
Why do you think
Freemasonry? Ain't no damn slave built no pyramid. You know what? That's a religious myth, and you bought it. Ain't no slave built no pyramid, family. That amount of accuracy? You mean to tell me slaves were reading blueprints? Slaves had access to tools that precise? Come on, family. Come on, family. That's the secret. The secret was you had to be damn near a priest, so to speak. I don't know the word, but you had to be basically a priest. You had to be a plus to look at them